listening to the Outer Banks This Week podcast, a place for people to hear what's going on up and down the beach and get the truth about what really goes on around the Outer Banks. So, here we go.
All right. Thank you so much, Lexi. Outer Banks This Week podcast, episode 26.4. Hey, it's all brought to you by Kelly's Automotive in Manio. I'm telling you right now, cars, trucks, SUVs, sheds, greenhouses. Dude, I'm telling you, there's not much Kelly ain't going to try to move around on his lot, man. If you ride by there like I do twice a day on average. Sometimes it's more than that. But regardless, I ride by there and I'm just always in awe of what Kelly has on his lot. Now, you go into Kelly's Automotive, you'll see Kelly, Dakota, the whole crowd there. They're more than willing to help you find a vehicle, find a shed, find a greenhouse. I mean, people are going to start planting things. I mean, I know the groundhog saw his shadow or whatever, but I mean, I don't listen to that thing. Like whatever. That's just like an old thing that people do. They watch the groundhog and other kind of fun crap. But anyway, I don't pay attention to the groundhog because I think he's full of it. But anyway, all that being said, Kelly is ready to take care of you. All right. Check him out online at kellysobxauto.com. Now, again, the 1-2 punch powerhouse here is the fact that we have partnered Kelly with Outer Banks Pest Control. And again, fun fact, Kelly's wife, Jessie, runs Outer Banks Pest Control. True story. And, you heard me just talk about the groundhog and seeing his shadow. Well, I think if they need to call Outer Banks Pest Control to come catch that groundhog and maybe relocate him to, like, I don't know, Botswana or something. I don't know. The groundhog needs to find a new home. All right. Punxsutawney Phil, or what do they call him? Chesapeake Chuck, for those of you that live in southeastern Virginia. Yeah. Anyway, with that being said, Kelly and Jessie, fantastic folks. Jessie over at Outer Banks Pest Control. She's one of the sweetest people you ever meet, but she's super tough when it comes to those varmints. Check them out online at outerbanks-pestcontrol.com. They were actually at my house last week, did a little inspection, checked for termites, did some other things, crawled under my house. And I mean, it's super professional, super kind, super polite, wonderful folks. But again, like I said, tough on those critters. Check them out online, outerbanks-pestcontrol.com. Okay. We had our snow. Yay. It snowed here on the Outer Banks. Oh, we're so happy. Oh, we're playing in the snow. Oh, yeah. In all seriousness, though, snow was cool. It's always fun for it to kind of hang out for a day, but then I want it to go away. At the time of the recording of this podcast, we are, 2 days post any snowflakes falling on the ground, and yet there's still snowflakes on the ground. It hasn't quite gotten warm enough yet to really melt them all away. However, it has been above freezing, and I'm looking out my podcast studio window and I'm looking at snow on bushes, snow on the ground, but there are bare spots where you can see grass. So it's going away, not as fast as I would like for it to, but it's still going away. I'm praying that there's no more snow for the rest of the winter. Okay, we're in February now. Snow, if it's going to snow, it needs to snow in January, and then February, we need to start getting warmer out. But hey, it seemed like I saw all the snow pictures from all over the Outer Banks and all the kids having fun. My kids had fun in the snow. It was just one of those things. I got cabin fever because I'm not going to go out driving around in the snow and the ice. I'm just not. Or I would prefer not to go far if I have to, because I've actually, my old pickup truck, saw the side of the Washington Bomb Bridge, a.k.a. the Nags Head Bridge, a.k.a. the Pirates Cove Bridge, the one that connects Nags Head and Manio. Yeah, I was going to the radio station early one morning about 10 years ago, and hit a patch of ice, hit the side of the bridge, scared me half to death. Still have a little PTSD from it, not going to lie. And so I'm just not. I want the ice to be gone. I came to work today. The roads were pretty clear, so I did it. But that's part of the reason why I don't really care for that white precipitary looking thing falling from the sky. Precipitary. Is that a word? I think I just made that up. But you get what I'm saying. all that being said, the snow came, the snow is going, and I pray it never comes back, or it doesn't come back for a long time. Looking at the temperatures, though, looking like we're dead of winter, okay? Highs over the next couple of weeks look like they're going to be in the mid 40s with lows in the mid 30s. Hopefully, we don't see any sub-zero or sub-freezing temperatures. Hopefully, no sub-zero. That'd be horrible. Sub-freezing temperatures for quite some time. I can tolerate the cold, just not below freezing, all right, and snowy conditions. I can tolerate all of that. So it's not looking like it's going to be too bad over the next couple of weeks weather-wise, so I can deal with the cold. As long as the sun's out, we're good. Busy time right now for us here at Outer Banks this week. It is, for me, again, I do marketing and I do sales. It's Captain Marty season for me. I am out on the streets right now talking to individuals about being a sponsor of Captain Marty. Now, if you're not familiar with Captain Marty, you've been hiding under a rock for the last couple of years. Captain Marty is our feature fishing person here at Outer Banks this week. Now, he did radio for 20 some odd years, almost 30 years. Then we moved him over to the podcast platform style. And now he is just blown up. And I've been working so hard to try to continue all the sponsorships and everyone that participates in Captain Marty program and get them back signed up this year. So I am off to the races, y'all. Not a whole lot of free time for me in the near future to be doing anything fun. I know coming up this weekend, like we've got, so a couple things that are going to be coming up this weekend that I plan to do. One of them is UNC and Duke play basketball, 6:30 Saturday night, ESPN. Now, my mother went to Carolina, okay? I am a Carolina fan. I would like to see Carolina beat Duke. Now, Carolina played the other night and almost choked against Syracuse. They were winning by like 32 points and only won by like 10 points. Couldn't believe it. So that's something I'm going to be doing, trying to have a little get together with my brother and some of our cronies to watch the game. But then we got the Super Bowl. Okay, cool thing about the Super Bowl is the quarterback for the Patriots was quarterback at the University of North Carolina. Think that's super cool. So I'll be pulling for the Patriots for the first time ever in the Super Bowl. All right, Seahawks are cool and all. I mean, Marshawn Lynch, he was the man back in the day. But I'm not. No, I got to go with my Carolina guy, Drake May, with the Patriots to win the Super Bowl this year. But again, just a couple of the things that I'll be doing this coming weekend, faux show. Let's take a look at what's going on this coming weekend, shall we? So we've got the Carolina Shag Dancing going on at the Jolly Roger this Thursday, starting at 5:30 in the afternoon, along with DJ Cowboy Joe, going to take you on into the nighttime hours. There's also going to be trivia at Outer Banks Brewing Station that evening as well, and that's going to be starting at 9:30 in the evening. Let's look at the weekend. Friday. Miss Kim is going to be playing down at the Froggy Dog in Avon. You've got to bring your own vinyl night over at Stormy C's Bottle Shop. And by the way, everything I'm talking about right now can be found online at outerbanksthisweek.com. Again, it is the first Friday of the month, and they still do some First Friday type activities, but it's all kind of based indoors, not outdoors because of the weather and it being cold. But New Vines is going to have some things going on. They're going to have the Bar Cats duo playing at New Vines. Let's see, there's going to be a Bob Marley birthday party at the Jolly Roger on Friday night. That's pretty cool. I hope you like jamming too. Oh, yes. So there you go. You want to party with some Bob Marley? You can do it at the Jolly Roger this coming Friday night, starting at 8 o'clock. Going on into the weekend, a tabletop curling tournament. What? At Jack Brown's? I guess, they're getting geared up for the Winter Olympics. I think they're fixing to start sometime soon. I don't know. I don't really pay too close attention to those types of things like the Olympics and stuff like that. I probably should. What is this tabletop curling tournament? There's Team USA Curling will be playing on all the TVs. So I guess the Olympics are getting ready to get started. See, this shows how up to speed I am with certain current events. Signups are going to start at 1 o'clock. The event's going to start at 1:30 this Saturday, February 7th at Jack Brown's Beer and Burger Joint right there on the Beach Road. What's it, about milepost 8 3/4-ish, 8.5-ish, somewhere in there on the Beach Road. Music bingo at the tavern. at Lost Colony Tavern with our buddy Greg Smurdell. That's going to be going on. There's going to be Singo going on at Wine Cheese Marina on February 7th, starting at 6. Sinatra After Dark at Buffalo City Distillery. All sorts of fun stuff. Holy smokes. Of course, you got a lot of things going on into the next week. There's trivia night at Jack Brown's on Monday night, starting at 6 o'clock. That's going to be a good time. Of course, there's going to be trivia night with me at McGrath's Burger Shack. And that's, I'm telling you, if you haven't done trivia with me, you haven't really done trivia. I don't think personally, but maybe I might be a little bit biased towards myself there. But regardless, good times with trivia nights, all the live music that's going on up and down the beach. Trivia night coming back to Oceana's Bistro. I'll be hosting that as well on Tuesday, February 10th, starting at 6. So keep an eye on our website at outerbanksthisweek.com to see all of the fun activities that are going on. I'm going to mention a few more before I hang this microphone up. High Cotton, they're having their opening day on the 12th, Thursday the 12th at 11 a.m. I plan to be there on Thursday, February 12th for their opening day. I think I'm going to take my microphone. I might go and chit-chat with some folks in there. Mr. Matt, the owner, super nice guy. Food there is great. So if you get a chance to go to High Cotton Barbecue in Kitty Hawk, I suggest you do so. But they're going to be opening up that year. How many years did they say it was? These has been like 20-some-odd years of High Cotton. So that being said, check them out. And I'll likely be in attendance for the opening of this year. But again, coming up with the weekend of Valentine's Day, we've got Galentine's Sip and what is this at Oceana's Bistro? Sip and Snack Night, Thursday, February 12th, 4 to 8. Ooh, that looks like a good time. It's a Galentine's thing, though, so all the girls are going to be. See, dudes, this is the time when you need to show, you need to show for these, if you're a single guy, you need to show up for these Galentine events because that's when all the females are going to be there, and you might get a date for actual Valentine's Day. Just saying, single guys that are looking for a lady, that's when you need to hang out, is at these Galentine things, all right? Again, things going on at NC Coast. There's going to be other things going on at New Vines, Red Drum Grill and Tap House in Nags Head. Honchaco. Oh, they're going to be doing some fun stuff there as well over Valentine's Day weekend. Look, there's going to be a Galentine's. Okay, Kind Cocktails has got something going on here. What is this? Galentine's Day Pasta and Cocktails Night in downtown Manio. All right, so go to kindcocktails.com. Looks like it's being put on by Kind Cocktails and Ortega's. Yeah, it's at Ortega's. There you go. So go by Ortega's or get up with my buddy Holden over at Kind Cocktails. Get more details on that because that's going to be happening Friday, February 13th at 6 o'clock. And then there's also Galentine's parties at Buffalo City Distillery. There's going to be other things going on. It looks like at Jack Brown's, Black Pelican. Let's go on into Valentine's Day. Lots of fun things going on. You've got Foxy Flamingo's Valentine's Day party. You've got other things in Buffalo City. Again, NC Coast, Black Pelican. The entire weekend is going to be filled up with lots of great activities. However, I do want to highlight one more thing that's little, foreshadowing future down the road, and that's going to be on March 1st. So coming up on Sunday, March 1st, is going to be a chili cook-off at McGrath's Burger Shack that I will be a part of, one of the hosts for it. It's all to benefit the Dare Education Foundation, which is a local organization here on the Outer Banks that pours back into the classrooms, the faculty, the administration, the teachers, the kids, all of it. They raise money to help bridge the gap between what funds will cover with the local level and what they need, what the teachers actually need in order to do certain things for their classrooms or for their kids. Okay. The teachers and the administration and things, they apply for these grants from the Dare Education Foundation, and the Dare Education Foundation puts together a panel and they vote on what they're going to fund and how they're going to fund it, or if they're going to fund all of it, partially, whatever the case may be. But this is a benefit to help raise money to go into that fund. Okay. Lots and lots and lots of good things come to our kids because by way of the Dare Education Foundation. So that's going to be Sunday, March 1st, starting at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I've already talked to Chris and Ashley McGrath over at McGrath's Burger Shack. They're psyched about it. So I want you to mark your calendars for this, okay? I'm going to be out there hanging out, probably walk around with my microphone. There's going to be a lot of great chili to try. Lots of great things going on. I believe Oh, Phil Watson is going to be playing music for the whole thing. So there's going to be lots of great things taking place that you're not going to want to miss. So that is Sunday, March 1st. McGrath's Burger Shack in Nags Head, okay? Right there, part of the Outer Banks Mall, right there in between, Island or Outer Banks Dance Academy and Island Snowball, kind of wedged in between those two businesses in the north end of the Outer Banks Mall. If you haven't been there before, the food's great. I would encourage you to go by and grab a bite to eat at McGrath's Burger Shack prior to this event. So if you're in town, you get an opportunity to go to McGrath's, go get something to eat. The food's great, and you'll just enjoy the atmosphere. It's a wonderful place. So again, that's happening March 1st. All right, that's really all I've got by way of things going on around the Outer Banks here in the next week or so, a couple of weeks. Valentine's Day is on the horizon. Make sure you get that sweetie something nice for them and for Valentine's Day to show that you love and appreciate them. Although you'll have some people be like, Valentine's Day is a waste of time, blah, blah, blah. Maybe it is in some regards, but it's a marketing ploy for people to spend money, blah, 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 whatever. You know what? My wife got on me not long ago. She's like, you haven't asked me to be your Valentine yet. And I'm like, well, you're my wife. Like, that's kind of a given, wouldn't you think? She's like, no, you have to ask me. So I was like, fine, will you be my Valentine? She was like, maybe. I was like, maybe? Anyway, you get what I'm saying. It's just one of those things. But hey, look, this episode, Outer Banks This Week podcast, again, all brought to you by Kelly's Automotive in Manio and online at Kelly'sOBXAuto.com, and it's all powered by Outer Banks Pest Control. To get rid of the nasty varmints in your life, you get up with Outer Banks Pest Control, and check them out online at outerbanks-pestcontrol.com. All right, I'm out of here. I'll be back next week, so I'll see y'all then. Good Lord willing, and the creek don't rise, and no more snow. No snow. Yo, no more snow. All right, y'all take care now. Bye-bye.
This has been another epic edition of the Outer Banks This Week podcast. Follow us on social media and be sure to listen every Thursday for a new episode.